Today we'll be reviewing your only standing choices in the corporate world as a worker pleb. Every single corporate pleb asks themselves regularly if the job they have is worth keeping. We routinely evaluate what constitutes our work and butt it up against our criteria for a happy personal life to determine if it's worth it to us to keep on with it. The work-life balance question really comes down to one question. How much nonsense are you willing to endure before you leave? We all ask this of ourselves, some annually, some hourly, but this is the frame we all place around our work. Should we stay or go? The individual corporate worker in a company of thousands will be an expendable drop in the bucket. If you, the corporate worker, leave your job looking for a better company, you will end up replacing it with an equally dismal position at a similar company elsewhere. The only real change will be the signature line in your email and a few months honeymoon phase before you realize you're just as screwed in the new company as you were in the last one. Thus begins the should I stay or go cycle all over again. In short, if you're in the corporate world, you're a little bit stuck. Dreams of getting out can be safely abandoned. But don't worry, at the end of any pay period, you only need to worry about if what you did fed you and your family. If it did, you're living the dream. So when you ask yourself, should I stay or should I go, it's helpful to know you have three options you get to choose from. Option 1. Like it. You, an intellectual, know the grass isn't always greener. In fact, it's not likely to be green at all. So you have no need to trash what you have for the chance of snagging something potentially better. Even if you get something better, you'll have new nonsense to endure. Better the devil you know than an unknown quantity. Embrace your job. Look for the silver lining. Keep on keeping on with an eye towards not getting canned during your company's annual firing season. Accepting that this is how you feed yourself and loved ones can lift a weight from your shoulders. It's not all about you, and if it is about you, presumably you like your paycheck. If you embrace how awful corporate life can be at the bottom third of the totem pole, then you can be okay with it. You're now free to focus the energy you would normally spend hating your job to other things that can be positive. So option 1, you can like it. Option 2, lump it. Your job sucks. Your boss sucks. Your clients suck. The product you sell sucks. But this is not a McJob. Leaving a stable job isn't an option. You have bills. You're unlikely to have anything better fall in your lap. You don't have friend favors to leverage. You've looked and you haven't seen anything better that can replace it. You're stuck. You know it. You hate it, but you don't hate it so much that you can leave it. So your second option is to lump it. It's okay to hate your job. Just because you hate it doesn't mean you leave it. So embrace the hate. Try not to act out and do the bare minimum not to get canned. Have your current resume ready and a polished job profile accessible at a moment's notice, but otherwise sit tight, shut up, and do what you have to do to get through your day. Cultivate a richer array of personal hobbies and activities to offset work. Option 3, leave it. You've asked yourself if the gig is worth it, and you've come back from your self-introspection with a clearly resounding no. You've also asked yourself, can I not get a paycheck next week? And come back with a, yeah, I'm fine with that. So fine, follow through with the decision. Roll those dice. Go through the pain of exiting. Find a new position elsewhere. Success not guaranteed. A gamble will always result in one of three outcomes. You gain, you lose, you break even. Compared to where you are right now, all of those options could be winners by contrast. 66% of your outcomes are positive by default, so odds are actually good. Leaving is an option, and a reusable one at that. Leaving is something you can do as much as you can stand. Some people turn it into an art form of job hopping. In fact, it is a viable way to make corporate life palatable by leaving a company as soon as the honeymoon phase is over and starting again at another. You are free to exercise it as much as you want. In the end, corporate life is rough, personally unrewarding, and a daily drudge. The second you are seen as unprofitable, you are gone without a second thought. A manager who just got hired yesterday can decide they don't like you on site, and they can fire you or make your life hell. It's a work environment where people do not exist, just worker ants, all replaceable and interchangeable. However, even though you are part of this world and more subjected to it than participatory, you still at least have final individual say over what you are and are not willing to accept. Like it, lump it, or leave it. The choice is always up to you. Thank you for joining me. Please come back and explore the corporate world from the standpoint of a common worker pleb at any time. See you soon.